Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tarure Gatere, and I hope you've noticed that these days I'm uploading a video every Thursday. Well, I missed last week though because I didn't have access to internet, but from now on, that's the plan. Every single Thursday, a brand new video, so look out for that. So today I wanted to talk about FLYT. Now, some of you may not even know what that is, but if you have been following my coaching career, then you know that that's what I call my coaching company. I call it FLYT, FLYT. And what that stands for is Freely Live Your Truth. And I wanted to talk about the idea behind my coaching, which came from a very, like everything else that I do, it came from a very personal place. And yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to share today. Where did Freely Love Your Truth come from? I'm sure I've mentioned before in other videos that I went through a spiritual awakening a few years ago, and it was a time when I was questioning everything about life. I was questioning everything about the life that I had been living, and a huge part of that was my spirituality. And so during my trying to find what fit for me, trying to understand who God was in my life, I came to understand that God was within me. And that was a huge life changing moment for me because I had grown up always seeking for God's approval and God's love from outside myself, only to come to the realization that this love had always been within me and was always there, just available to me whenever I wanted to reach it. And I started to understand also that beyond that, God's essence was me. I am God's essence. And in this idea was totally life changing for me because I didn't need to look for God outside. I didn't need to find my divinity outside. I had what I was looking for right here within me. And the next step from that was realizing that that must mean that the way I was created was perfect, that who I was a reflection of my source, and that my source also rejoiced in who I was. If God is love and I'm a piece of God, then that must mean that I'm also love. And this blew my mind. I think I was in a state of euphoria for about a year or so, just because it felt like everything that I had been looking for. I always felt this deep connection with God, like I mentioned in my previous video. And to understand that I was a part of God was such a beautiful thing for me. To understand that I was a part of that love that I had always been feeling from when I was a child, just that presence of unconditional love, that at the core of who I am love. That changed my life completely. And so from that also started developing this idea that maybe I really don't have to look for my identity outside of myself. I really don't have to try and be anything other than who I am. And maybe the fact that I am a piece of God means that I have everything that I need within me to live out this life as I came here to live it out. And that I had untold resources within me to create whatever was in my heart to create, to put forth whatever was within my spirit to put forth. And that's where Freely Live Your Truth came from, because I started looking around and seeing that just like I was a piece of God, then everybody is a piece of God. And if we are already God, then that means that there's nothing to be except what we are, and reconnect to that part of us. Sometimes when I look at humans, I feel like we're like an onion, you know, and we come into this world and we are this piece of God. When you look at a baby, isn't that one of the most perfect things you've ever seen? Aren't they just full of purity? They're just pure beings. And we come into this world like that. And then we start to be conditioned to live in this world. And we start to get ideas about what it means to be human. And we start getting told what we are. And suddenly it's layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of ideas and descriptions and labels, all these things that are added onto us. And I started wondering what happens if instead of trying to just add more layers, which That seems like what we do as we get older. We just keep adding things onto ourselves. What if we started instead stripping away some of these things that really aren't who we are, and we got into that source and understood that that's the essence of who we are, and we are love, and live from there and start to express it in the world. That's basically what led to the inspiration of FLYT. Each of us have a truth. Each of us have something that we've come here to do. Each of us have something that we can give to the world. Each of us also have a beautiful, different perspective of the world. There's this saying that I absolutely love: God is within me as me. How amazing would this life be if we all lived what was true for us within us in the most freeing way, in a loving way, being open with what we have to give to the world and just living from an open hearted space with love? How would it be if each of us did that? I think if we could achieve that as humans, then that would be the end of so many different things. That would be the end of competition, of lack, of forcing ourselves to fit in. There's a lot of emotional turmoil that we would stop dealing with because we would know that we're okay exactly as we are. FLYT, freely live your truth. And part of living my truth is the coaching that I do. That's me expressing myself, and the love and the passion that I have for authentic living. If I can live my passion by helping people access who they really are within themselves and express that openly and lovingly, then that's my dream. That's everything that I want. That's my greatest and deepest desire. I wish you a beautiful day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And I'll see you soon back on this channel next Thursday. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with anyone who you feel would need to see it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And remember to ding the notification bell and click on the box so that you can get notifications for when I post a new video. Yeah, take care, guys, and as always, I'm sending you love. Bye.